Hello all, this is Marsha May. I'm recording Intersections Milestone 2 for Art and Technology. Um, in the last Intersections Milestone, we went over modules 1 through 3, so I'll begin here at module 4. In that one, our reading was Tung Hui Hu's A Prehistory of the Cloud. I think this was a really interesting module, one of the more interesting ones to me personally, because I, like many other laymen, didn't really have like a strong understanding, solid understanding of the cloud, and it was always this really intangible thing, some abstract weird cloud in the sky with blinking lights, and which I know was nonsense, but I really enjoyed doing this reading and getting an idea of the actual labor, the actual physicality, and the real life implications of the cloud. Who did a really good job of grounding the cloud, and I really agree with his overall message that, it's important to understand this cloud. It's not this uppercase cloud, because there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there's a lot of labor that goes into it, and if the people behind it are getting ignored, then they're not being heard. And I don't know, I just think it's really important that in a society that is so connected to the cloud and will become more connected to the cloud, I think it's important to have an understanding of it when it's so connected with our lives. So in the next module, we read The Undersea Network by Nicole Starosielski, and in the same way that learning about the cloud was interesting, I enjoyed learning about the undersea cables that make, our internet possible, basically. I never really thought about the way that all this, globally transmitted information is actually sent out and delivered and stuff like that. So, I mean, naively, I was thinking like satellites, but Starosielski did a really good job of just pointing out not only that it is these undersea cables that we can think through all this, but that that they are so important in the way that they, basically support whole economies and governments and militaries and stuff like that. So that was really cool. For these last two modules, what I really hope to see in the future and going forward is just like a more widespread understanding in the general population of the cloud and undersea cables, and just how our, I guess, internet works, how all these things make the way that we live possible, because it is in our everyday lives in many cases. If it weren't for this class, I would not have sought out information about the cloud or undersea cables in my own free time, but I feel better knowing about these things, and I think it's important for everyone to at least have a little bit more of an understanding, because right now I think a lot of it is just like, well, we have it, we know how to use it, who cares, how it works, basically. So in the final module, module 6, we read Telesthesia, Communication, Culture, and Class by Mackenzie Wark. I did appreciate in Wark's reading how they connected what we've been learning in the previous modules to, the outside world, I guess, for lack of a better term. I appreciated their political analyses, and I think that is something that would be more interesting for me personally, to go into further after this class. You know, before taking art and technology, I never really understood the connections between, you know, our media and our medial tools, to the way we communicate and the way we act as society. But thanks to this class, that has changed. And yeah, good luck to everyone on your future, and congrats to all the other grads out there. Thanks.